Isn't he Mexican?
Colombian.
He calls himself American.
What is this?
Anchor Baby.
And in this corner, it's the American Anchor Baby.
Daddy's home.
That's an offensive term. People find that hurtful.
You mean it's not politically correct? Excuse me. I'll use the word anchor baby.
You know, he's an anchor baby in Canada.
Tell him we still rolling with Trump, too.
Anchor baby, the whole thing sounds horrific. You're just making it sound like immigrants are these horrific, greedy people.
Ustedes pueden aceptar mi negocio o aceptar las consecuencias. Plata o plomo.
So you would be considered white, in my opinion.
You the blackest one in this room.
I think so.
And what happened was his mama got pregnant on the other side of the border. And then a few hours before, just before it was time for him to pop out, she jumped across the border and let him fall on America's soil. So he became the anchor baby. You don't call him the anchor baby for nothing. Amazing.
We like this anchor baby, right?
What's up, everybody? Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thanks for tuning in. I'm the American Anchor Baby. This is my show. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Everybody in the chat, what's up? About to get started here in a moment. Gonna get into some stuff. I love a good political thriller. And I'm gonna nerd out a little bit on some stuff that I'm into. Coup d'etats. I also love a good Lost at Sea story. I don't know why, but I do. What are you guys in chat saying? I just got off the phone with, who's this? Elian Gonzalez? Who's this guy? Are you guys saying I look like this guy? Wait a second. Hold on. Hold on. You guys, are you guys saying, oh wait, I got the wrong thing. Here, look. This is Elian. I don't know who it is. Are we saying, what are we saying, chat? Is this my long-lost Cuban family? Is that my long-lost Cuban brother? I don't know who this is, Mr. Mad, but I had to pull it up. See if I found my doppelganger. I'm just an anchor baby here in America, still looking for my familia. Just a lost little anchor baby looking for my family. Where are you? I don't think I look like him. Chad Cuban commie. Whatever. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. What's up, the people over there on Rumble? Make sure you follow me there on Rumble if you want to have a party. Over there on Rumble, American Anchor Baby on Rumble. And if you guys, wait, Nick is Cuban? Bro, I'm Cuban. I don't know. I might be a half a man. Jeez, I'm just playing. Half a Cuban. I don't know. The story's murky. The story's murky. But I might be Cuban. I might be a half a. No, I'm definitely a half a. I just don't know half a what. Okay. So, I love a good political thriller. And so Trump had a sit-down interview with Fox News guy Bret Baier. Bret Baier is this explosive interview. You know, the man is at the, subject to this witch hunt, as they call it. They're going after him with over the Presidential Records Act. He kept some documents classified. It's not cool. He should have given them back, and he didn't, and so now he might go to jail. And he had a sit-down interview with Bret Baier about numerous things, but mainly this, what he's dealing with. And there are some people who had commentary on it. Some people didn't think he should. Some people don't believe it was a good idea to show up on Fox News and talk about this when he's in the middle of a legal thing. And so Ben Shapiro tweeted about this. He put out a tweet, said, Trump's legal team tonight. he wrote. And he put a little cute GIF, a moving image of, it looks like some people in suits in a round table with one of them walking to the window and jumping off. Just can't handle it. He says, I'm done. Here, let me see if I can even show it to you. Let me show you what I'm looking at here. This is the little GIF. Do you see it? A little moving image. Says, I'm done. This guy falls off. See if I can make it full screen. And Ben Shapiro's tweet. Trump's legal team tonight is he's implying that this is how Trump's legal team feels after Trump would go on and do such a thing. Shapiro clarifies in the following tweet, says, first rule for legal clients, stop talking. So Shapiro believes maybe not so smart to go and talk. Don't be talking. You might say something that'll get you in more trouble. And so the lawyers are not happy. At least, Shapiro is thinking this is how the lawyers feel. Like, man, you're making our job harder. Why make our job even harder? Shapiro also commented on Hunter Biden, who's also in the news. Hunter Biden, son of Joe Biden, who reached a deal to plead guilty in his tax gun case, okay? He's also under investigation with a couple things we'll get into here in a moment. But his investigation has reached a plea deal with no jail time. Shapiro tweeted about this as well. He says, why look, a plea deal that involves no jail time. He says, incredulously, I think sarcastically, in my opinion. I think sarcastically. Like Shapiro, many of us probably aren't surprised either of a two-tiered justice system. Ann Coulter, you might know her as well. She also commented. She quote tweeted Ben's previous tweet on the plea deal, and she wrote, he probably listened to his lawyers talking about Hunter Biden. She says she imagines that Hunter Biden probably listened to his lawyers. Maybe unlike Trump, maybe she's been a little vocal critic as well, Trump. Maybe she's commenting on Trump, saying maybe she's putting a little shade there, saying, maybe he should have listened to his lawyers like Hunter Biden is doing. Okay? But I feel like this is how it feels like to me. I can't help but feel like it's missing the point a little bit. Let me just pull down this from here so that it's not in the way. We're not talking about this Cuban commie. We're talking about Hunter, okay? And like I said, it feels a little like it's missing the point of just a little bit. This Fox News headline here where Brett Baer, who interviewed Trump I was just talking about, he goes on and he comments about his interview with Trump afterwards. And he makes a comment saying, Trump thinks he is 100% in the clear. And again, it just feels like it misses the point here. What do you guys think he's going to do? Win the legal case here? Like, no, don't incriminate yourself. You could still win. You could still beat this, sir. It's like he doesn't even want to beat the case. It's like he doesn't even want to beat the case. Is the vibe I'm getting from Shapiro, Coulter, and others. But what do you want him to do? Oh, don't talk, you'll get in trouble. But who's he in trouble with? We're talking about the feds. We're talking about all the way at the top. I don't think it's about winning this legal case and staying out of jail. Like, when has it ever been about that? When has it ever been about the rules and playing by the rules and doing everything correctly? Trump thinks he's 100% in the clear. Well, when he says that, he's like, he believes he's clear of what they're accusing him of. But I don't think he's actually there thinking he's gonna be clear. They'll be like, you know what, sir? Yo, you're right. Your lawyers put a good case here, Donald Trump, sir, former President Trump. And you know what? You guys win fair and square. My bad. We drop it. My apologies. Mea culpa. No, he's going on to talk to the people because he knows what's going on and the people know what's going on. Witch hunt, witch hunt. Now, a little bit on Hunter. Shapiro tweets about, he puts out a couple of hard-hitting tweets against the whole the Hunter thing going on right now. And Shapiro tweets, remember, folks, a law-abiding citizen owning a gun are a danger to the Republican. Hunter Biden, a crack addict who lied on gun forms and whose then girlfriend threw his gun in a dumpster across from a high school, barely did anything wrong. And it's like, that's what you want to get Hunter for? Because I've been following it sort of, but not really, up until today. Okay, and I'll inform you guys a little bit in a moment here. Maybe you'll find some value in this reporting that you could take with you. Get something from the show, right? Get a little something from the show, except a good intro. It's like a good intro, and then... But that's what you're mad about him? You're mad at... Wait, that's what you want to get him for? Because he's a crack addict who lied on a gun form. Doesn't that feel like a little bit of... Isn't that like... a little bit of the defense on Trump, on his defense? It's like, it's that the whole case is like a witch hunt. They're going after him for low-level crimes. The Presidential Records Act doesn't express any penalties. They're using extra stuff to get him, and and so that's the defense of Trump. It seems like you want to go after the man, not because he really did something wrong and he needs to follow the rules. I know these are crimes, but if you're going after Biden for lying on a gun form, it feels like the same thing. You know what I mean? I get it. I get the difference here, maybe actual crimes. But, I mean, I heard Hunter was involved in, like, weirder things. Burisma, Ukraine, weird, corrupt business dealings. Isn't that the problem? Because I don't care about all the same way I don't care if Trump took some documents. Maybe it's against this or that rule. Who cares? Like as if, Trump was actually going out there to, I don't know, undermine the U.S. like in an actual criminal way. No, he just kept some documents, like many, as we've seen as this has unfolded. We've seen and heard of many other government officials doing the same thing with no penalties. Biden, Pence, okay? So it feels like a little bit of missing the point here. Just a little bit. What are you going after Hunter for? I thought it was government corruption, things that matter, okay? Like corrupt business dealings involving the U.S. government. Like that's kind of the point here. Oh, he lied on a gun form. His then girlfriend threw a gun. Oh, here it is. What Hunter did. Another tweet from Shapiro. Oh, if you don't pay your taxes to the tune of $1.2 million and also signed a federal gun form stating you weren't a drug addict while being a crack addict, you would probably get a sweet plea bargain if you were the president's son. Shapiro's tweeting about Hunter Biden here. But again, it's like, wait, what are we mad about here? You lied on a gun form about being a drug addict. Are we saying are we just pretending people don't have issues? I don't know. It's like I feel like a little bit of missing the point here. I thought the issue was Biden, government, corruption, the integrity of our U.S. system here. What's going on? Did we lose track here? And Shapiro tweets, the most powerful case against Trump is that he does not have the organizational skill or political focus to defeat the system he says is so corrupt that it literally stole the election. And so that's the general vibe I'm getting from the big dogs, from the big conservative dogs, at least a couple. But again, I'm left wondering, did we lose the point here? And so they're outraged over Hunter's sweetheart deal, they're calling. Hunter Biden, CBS News, Hunter Biden reached a tentative deal with the U.S. Attorney of Delaware, agreed to enter guilty pleas to 2 misdemeanor tax charges and admitting to felony gun possession, okay? This plea deal include an acknowledgement that drug use was a contributing factor, okay? It has to be approved by a federal judge. Hunter is expected to enter a plea to the charge specified, blah, blah, blah. And these 2 misdemeanor tax charges related to his willful failure to pay taxes for more than $1.5 million in income each year. The felony gun charge related to possession of a handgun by a drug user. Blah, blah, blah. It is my understanding that the 5-year investigation into Hunter is resolved. And so they're railing against this, that they're going easy on him. They're going easy on Hunter, but they're going hard on Trump. What's going on here? Which is fair, right? Which is fair. I mean, I understand wanting to bring attention to the 2-tiered justice system, okay? But like I said, why would I care about the other stuff? So yeah, I love a good political thriller. I love a good espionage, coup d'etat thriller. There was an article, this headline on Revolver, being reported from headlineusa.com about a key witness in Biden Burisma scandal reportedly found dead. Whoa. Burisma. You've heard of this before? Burisma. What's Burisma? Biden, Burisma, Ukraine. What's going on? Anybody confused? To understand all this, at least to begin to understand it all, we got to go all the way back to 2014, maybe even further back. But I'll try to be clear here. But we're going back to 2014, Obama era. We're going to Ukraine. It was, and that's so yeah. The Maidan revolutions in 2014, significant to what I'm talking about now. And something that Trump said about the time period. Okay, Trump had claimed, okay, was it February of this year earlier? Trump had put out that video saying, we're closer than ever, closer than World War III has never been closer than it is right now in this video he put out. And he made these claims about the State Department under the Obama administration and how they backed the 2014 uprisings in Ukraine. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about here, is in 2014, there was the Ukrainians had a democratic revolution. I say with an air of, I leave some space with everything. Everything, I leave some space because there's a he said, she said, there's 2 sides to everything. But there were basically big protests, okay? Big protests which culminated in the ousting of the elected president at the time, Viktor Yanukovych, okay? And there was a big, to better explain the Maidan revolutions and the atmosphere that brought it about, you got to understand something here that I'll explain briefly. You can look into, but basically, I don't know about you guys, but I grew up being told in school that everything after World War II, and maybe some conflicts here and there, but essentially everything's hunky-dory in the world. Everything's hunky-dory. We all have our nations. Nobody's fighting anymore. Everything's cool. That's the new rules. Nobody fights, and we're friends. We play nice. We play nice with the new world rules. Okay? That's what I kind of grew up kind of being told and understanding. But it's not true. Okay? Big, the most powerful countries in the world, they all have their agendas, and they want different things. Okay? And they have spheres of influence in the world. Okay? And bordering countries, for example, like Georgia. Georgia is a country that borders Russia. It used to be part of, it used to be Russia until it wasn't, like 1991. And for example, this year, I believe this year, last year, there was political unrest because there was going to be they were going to enact a new law which would require foreign companies and NGOs operating in Georgia to basically, they have to say that they have to like officially be designated as foreign influence, okay? And so this started political unrest, and it came out that America was backing the side in Georgia that didn't want that, and Russia was backing the other side. And so here you have two big powers creating influence in another country where you would think has nothing to do with Russia and America unless you looked into it. And so understanding that, you might understand a little bit about Ukraine and the Maidan revolutions of 2014. At the time, the elected president, Yanukovych, who I mentioned, there was talks and increasing political association with the European Union, okay? And at the same time, Russia was trying to influence Ukraine towards them. So it's a little tug of war. You follow me? A little political tug of war from the West, as if you can call it that, European Union, the West, and Russia. Now, this is where there's a little he said, she said. You have to come up with your own conclusions. But some say the elected president at the time, Yanukovych, was going to go with the European Union, and it was 7 years of talks, and he just suddenly does a U-turn thanks to Russian influence. They said the Russians made him do it. And so the Ukrainian people protested, said, hey, this is not what the people want. Now, some say it's the other way around. But anyways, the point is, it culminates in a big protest, violent, okay? We're talking 84 people dead, where the people take over Kiev, and stuff happens, and basically it culminates in new elections and a pro-Western government. Okay? 2014. You follow me a little bit? I love a good coup d'etat political thriller, even though this is like stuff that happened, not a movie. Okay. Where was I? So, Burisma. To understand, that's what we're trying to do here. Understanding Biden and Burisma. Now, we come back to this headline on key witness in Biden Burisma scandal reportedly found dead. Now, to be accurate, to be fair here, this headline I got from Headline USA they say themselves, they don't know, they have not independently verified this death of this Burisma so-called whistleblower. So they haven't, like I said, they admit themselves they have not independently verified this person's death nor their status as a whistleblower. So take that how you will. But Burisma, what's Burisma and what is their involvement? Who are they? Burisma is basically a holdings company, an energy company in Ukraine, okay? They deal with oil, natural gas drilling, okay, holding company. Energy exploration, energy production. Big money. Okay? So that's what Burisma is. And just give me a second here as I pull it up. Where did my show go? Okay. Here it is. Burisma and the Atlantic Council, okay? The Atlantic Council, which is a think tank, okay? These big money think tanks, big money think tanks, NGOs, you've heard of this stuff. Governmental organizations, they manage 16 regional centers and functional programs related to international security, okay? Headquartered in Washington, D.C. That's the important part. Okay, so Atlantic Council, they signed a formal cooperation agreement to increase investments in the Ukrainian private gas company. Okay, back 2017. And so that's the Atlantic Council, this think tank, gets in bed with Burisma, and they say, we're gonna start investing here, okay? Obama, so you're still following me, right? Obama era, 2014 Obama era, State Department. It was at this time that Nuland, have you heard of this name? Victoria Nuland? She was the Secretary of State for Political Affairs at the time. And she talks about how they put $5 billion, this was years before the current conflict, right? But that they put in $5 billion to ensure election integrity and stuff like that in Ukraine. Okay? My apologies here. Just trying to pull up the correct document here. I'm a little lost. Where did my show go? Okay. 2014, U.S. participation in Euromaidan, coup d'etat. Okay, here we are. Victoria Nuland, Secretary of the State Department, $5 billion to work in Ukraine. Now, some say that's the money they used to fund the Euromaidan protests that led to the coup d'etat and everything. Again, he said, she said, take that how you will. But I find this kind of stuff a little bit exciting, kind of like a movie. It's like a thriller. The White House investment was aimed at ensuring the maintenance of the new order in Ukraine, removed from Moscow's sphere of influence and converted into a Washington vassal state. Advancing the West's geopolitical, military, and economic interests in the area. So that's like an openly admitted thing. A number of foreign businessmen benefited from Ukraine's new political climate, building fortunes as conflicts instigated by the 2014 coup. Among them is Hunter Biden, okay? I feel like this is the part that should interest Shapiro. Hunter has been a lobbyist for 2 decades, taking advantage of his father's connections to gain advantages and lucrative deals. After Joe Biden's rise to vice president, Obama era, and Yanukovych's fall, as I informed you, 2014, Hunter envisioned great business opportunities in Ukraine. After becoming the president of Ukraine, Poroshenko, who became president after some sitting presidents and stuff, after the revolutions, he passively collaborated with the Operation of Destruction of National Productive Capacity, helping to liquidate national companies and hand over sectors of economy to control to foreigners. Okay? And so it's Biden's lobbying of the U.S. government on behalf of Burisma and the Atlantic Council and all that is in question. I didn't know all this, okay? Maybe some of you didn't either, because a lot of this political stuff, I feel like I should know, but sometimes I guess it just doesn't catch my ear. It goes in one ear, out the other. I'm like, Hunter this, the laptop this, who cares? But then I looked into it, and it's a little bit thrilling. So maybe you'll at least find this somewhat interesting, or at least you'll be caught up on the Burisma stuff, or at least somewhat, enough for you to look into it yourself. So among the companies subject to this corruption scandal is Burisma, one of Ukraine's largest oil and natural gas producers. Right? As one of the company's advisors, Hunter Biden took over the leadership of Burisma. Also joining Burisma's board were former CIA, okay? Former CIA people, former advisor to John Kerry, Devin Archer. We got CIA. It's just thrilling, okay? It's just the grand moves in the political game. I don't know, I find it find it fascinating. But I feel like I've already spent so much time on this. But that's pretty much the Burisma thing, okay? If you guys didn't know, if it went in one ear, out the other, without getting into this detail or that detail, kind of an overview of the Burisma Biden scandal and what the other side is saying, why aren't you going after Hunter as opposed to Trump? Okay? I feel like I could go on, but I didn't realize I spent already so much time on this. This is Ukraine. Okay, I'm going to show you this video. Which one is Ukraine? Which one is a McDonald's in Ukraine and which one is a McDonald's in LA? Okay? We'll do a little game here. See if I can pull it up. Hold on. Let's do a little game. Oh no. The video gives it away. It gives it away, so it says it at the bottom, but here. Look at this. Look at this. I hope there's no swearing. I saw it and I know there's no swearing. Wait, which country's at war? Wait, I forget which country's at war. Anyways, let me stop the video in case there's swearing. Maybe it was full of swears. Lord. What are you guys saying in the chat? Is the stream dying? Oh no. Did the stream die? I don't know what you guys are saying. Okay, one means it's working. Okay, perfect. Stream is good. Never mind. Moving on. Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on. I'm nerding out here, and maybe you guys got a little bit of that stuff there. Let's move on. Let's move on, because you know what else I like? I like a good comeback story. I also like a good comeback story. John Goodman shows off incredible 200-pound weight loss transformation. Yes, we're doing the most important news here on the show. This is a very important show. Okay, John Goodman. Hold on here. Lost 200 pounds. Did he get the Al Sharpton? Dang, the guy's looking good. He's not looking funny anymore, though. Oh, no. Is there a bunch of... Oh, I thought there was something playing that I couldn't hear it. But check it out. Looking good, John Goodman. Looking pretty good. Did he get the Al Sharpton? What did Al Sharpton do to get so skinny so fast? Now, apparently, John Goodman here is getting nice and thin due to diet, eating well, okay? No gastric bypasses, okay? Not that I don't think Al Sharpton got a big gastric bypass either, though, did he? I'm pretty sure he didn't. I'm pretty sure the good Reverend also lost all that weight by way of good godly dieting. You know what I'm talking about, right? Al Sharpton. He used to be really big. John Goodman. Apparently he cut out sugar and alcohol. So there you go. There's your little secret. How many of us are gorging ourselves on sugar? Sugar's the big evil nowadays, huh? That's the newest dietary evil. Goodman wrote, where does he say? Yes, he says sugar, cutting out sugar. Big deal, sugar, apparently. I don't know. Sugar's getting a bad rap lately, and I don't like all this anti-sugar propaganda. Personally, if you ask me, I think it's this anti-sugar propaganda. You guys are sounding like a bunch of vegans. You know what I mean? I don't know. You guys are an anti-sugar cult. Is cane sugar as bad? It's sugar. It's sugar, in my opinion. I'm not a dietitian here, nutritionist guy, but sugar is sugar. So, you know, John Goodman cutting out sugar, I'm sure helped him lose plenty of weight. Absolutely it does. But I don't know. Sucrose. Sucrose is bad. It causes inflammation. I don't know. Glucose is brain food. I don't know. I'm not with the anti-sugar brigade. How about balance? How about a little bit of balance? Like John Goodman. A little bit of balance, a little bit of greens, he says. He says he ate some nice greens and stuff, like Al Sharpton. That's what Al Sharpton said he did to lose all that weight. Just eating greens. I forget exactly what he said, but no, it wasn't adrenochrome. It wasn't adrenochrome and child sacrifice. Okay, chat, calm down. That's not what Al Sharpton did to get skinny. It was good. It was just not eating so much. How's that for a little bit of a lesson, huh? Don't eat so much. Little bit of balance. Vegan 2.0. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. This whole anti-sugar stuff is veganism cult. Your brain works far better on mostly ketones. Is that true? Ketosis, the ketogenic diet. But I heard ketones are a like emergency energy source. There's more steps. There's more steps in between a ketone and energy for your body than a simple carb. You gotta love a simple carb. I mean, the beauty of a simple carb. It's Nick ticked. Yeah, I'm a little bit ticked. You know what? I didn't think I'd be talking about sugar so much, but I don't know. Stop, y'all are addicted to sugar. Well, yeah, you don't want to be addicted to sugar. You want to get out. That's not good. But I don't know. You guys are being anti-sugar Nazis. There's less steps between energy of sugar and you. Obviously, anything in excess, that's ridiculous. But how come the best athletes in the world carb load? What's up with that? Literally, if you want to be the best athlete of all time, if you want to be the strongest, the fastest, the best athlete, you need carbs and lots of them. Now, maybe you're not an athlete and you're sitting there eating a whole bunch of carbs. What the heck are you doing? Anyways, I didn't mean to go on a carb rant. I meant to report on this because I love a lost at sea story as well. I don't know why. I love a good lost at sea story. And there's this tourist vessel who went to go see the Titanic. And they went in this rinky-dink little sub. They paid $250,000, and now they're missing. Now they're totally missing. So it's not even lost at sea. It's lost under the sea. Under the sea. But it's not good. It's scary. Anybody had those irrational ocean fears? I grew up in Miami, so my backyard was the beach, the ocean, and I'd go in the water all the time. But one time I saw a crab, and I never let my little toes touch the beach floor ever since. That was the last day, and suddenly the dangers of the deep became real. So let me tell you about this Titanic shipwreck. Hold on. Where the heck did I put my show? Where is it? Titanic. Where is it? So it's this little rinky-dink sub. I'm trying to pull up the story here. Here it is. Missing submersible. Rescuers estimate. Oh, man. Everything's behind a paywall. Nothing wants me to read their dumb article. Submarine. And on Sunday, news broke about an Ocean Gate Expeditions tourist submarine headed for the wreck of the Titanic that went missing with 5 people on board. Soon after, details emerged about the sub's non-standard design. Oh, man. Let me show you the video of the non-standard design and the little rinky-dink sub they paid $250,000 to go into. Now, let's not laugh too hard. These people are actually not found, I believe. And that's not good. Being that deep in the ocean, nobody can find you. Scary stuff. But check this out. This is a video from before any of this happened of I believe a local news maybe. They went to check out this very same rinky-dink operation. Okay, check it out. Let's pull up the video.
Service. An experimental submersible vessel that has not been approved or certified by any regulatory body and could result in physical injury, disability, emotional trauma, or death. Where do I sign?
Oh, take your shoes off. That's customary.
Okay. Wow.
Sorry if it's loud.
Inside, the sub has about as much room as a minivan.
So this is not your grandfather's submersible. We only have one button. That's it. It should be like an elevator. It shouldn't take a lot of skill.
The Titan is the only 5-person sub in the world that can reach Titanic depths, 2.4 miles below the sea. It's also the only one with a toilet, sort of. And yet, I couldn't help
Urination
noticing
station.
how many pieces of this sub seemed improvised.
We can use these off-the-shelf components. I got these from Camper World. We run the whole thing with this game controller.
Come on! It seems like...
What the heck? Bill and I could have built that. Bill and I could build that. People are laughing at controlling the submarine with a what's essentially a PlayStation controller. I mean, that'd be probably the best way to control one of these things. What's easier to use than a controller? Why would you want it to be all complicated? Oh man. But yeah, I hope they do find these people. Doesn't sound like this is worst case scenario going down there, but I don't know what compels people to do. I mean, I guess I kind of know because I've mentioned maybe not wanting to, but at one point being totally down. If the opportunity ever showed itself, I would have been like totally down to do skydiving or go down this submarine. I don't know if I would do that nowadays. I don't know why, but I don't know what changed because I'm not like this never take risk person. That's definitely not true. Hey, Dennis 2020, what's up? I got some support over there on Rumble. It's a party. It's a quiet party today on Rumble, but thanks. He says, do you tolerate those who are enslaved? What? Are you asking me that? Do I tolerate those who are enslaved? What? Why would I have to? They're enslaved. I don't have to tolerate anything. Do what I say. I'm not sure what you mean, Dennis 2020, but thanks for following me over there on Rumble. Rumble.com/American Anchor Baby. What are you guys saying in the chat here? Yep. I don't know. I just love, there's these stories of months. What was it? I think the longest one is like months at sea. I think even years. What's the longest lost at sea? $438 days. Jose Salvador Alvarenga. I believe he had to eat. Did he? He had to eat his. Yep, cannibalized. He cannibalized his shipmate there in order to survive. Credible. Yeah, I don't know why I like these lost at sea stories. They're fascinating. But that's it for that, guys. That's pretty much the show. That's it for the show. Honestly, that's all I got for you guys today. I appreciate you tuning in and being with me. Make sure you follow and subscribe. Tune in tomorrow or whatever. And follow and subscribe. We got Wednesday shows. What do we got? We got Wednesday, Thursday, and a flight on Friday. So make sure you're tuned. Make sure you're subscribed and all that. And see you tomorrow on the Jesse Lee Peterson show, right? And the Hake Report. Gotta love it. Thank you so much, guys. I'm peacing out for now, though. Take care.